Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make an easy, delicious, healthy zucchini brownie. So this is somewhere between a brownie and a cake. I'll let you choose, brownie or cake. What do you think? So we're going to jump right into it. You do not have to be a chef to make this recipe. All we're basically doing is throwing things in a bowl, and then we're mixing it together and we're throwing it in the oven. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I got this recipe idea from Pamela Salzman. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying her last name right. Sorry, Pamela, if you're watching this. But anyways, I got the idea from her, and she made like this decadent zucchini cake that was grain-free. So I thought that was interesting because I go gluten-free a lot, and it just makes the recipe so much easier when I don't have to worry about flour. This recipe has no flour, so that makes it easy. We're changing up a couple things from her recipe, but it's certainly a great idea to make a grain-free zucchini brownie that is delicious and just as satisfying as if we had flour in it. Okay, enough talking. We're going to get into the video. So we're going to start with the wet ingredients. You want to start with 1 cup of nut butter. So in this case, I'm using almond butter. So 1 cup of almond butter. You could use cashew butter, you could use tahini, you could use sun butter if you have like an allergy to nuts. Like I said, you could use whatever nut butter you have. Most nut butters will work. Like I said, tahini will work. Just whatever you have, use it. And this is going to take the place of the flour in this recipe. It's going to give it some texture. It's going to make it moist and fudgy-like because of the natural oils and the almond butter. It's just going to be terrific. So that's really going to give us the shape and form that we want. Wipe my hands off. And then 1/3 cup of agave nectar. You could also use maple syrup, molasses, or honey. But you guys know I love agave nectar. I love that it's lower in sugar. Maple syrup has about 53 grams of sugar per serving or whatever, and this agave has 16 grams. So it's just, it's a lot lower in sugar, but I love maple syrup as well. And then we're going to add 1 flax egg. I'll get my spatula. 1 flax egg into my bowl here. Okay, I have 1½ cups of grated zucchini. I did not squeeze the water out of this. We were going to be a little lazy, so this was about 2 zucchinis. So just 1½ cup of zucchini. You do not have to drain it or squeeze the water out of it. Just like our zucchini bread. This is lazy cooking right here. I'm trying to make this as easy and simple as possible. Just mix all your wet ingredients together, and also I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla in here as well. So you could grate the zucchini a little finer if you wanted to, but the finer that you grate the zucchini, the more watery it's going to be. So I like to kind of keep the zucchini pieces, moderately sized. So just mix all the wet ingredients together. Couple more ingredients. Vanilla extract. This is just vanilla bean, but you can use vanilla extract. This is like a vanilla bean paste that I get from Whole Foods. But whatever you have, use it. If you got vanilla extract, throw that in there. Then you want 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, a extra dark cocoa powder, but whatever you have will work. Just makes the brownies look more rich. And then about 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, got a 1/2 to 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of sea salt. And the salt actually is going to bring out the sweetness even more. And you can use a 8x8 or 9x8 or 9x9. You can use an 8x8 or 9x9 baking dish for this. Depending on which size you use will depend on how long you cook it. So if you use like a 9x9, I think it's like 35 to 45 minutes. And then if you use like a 8x8, I believe it's like 40 to 50 minutes, somewhere around there. Just mix this all together. And you could also add in some espresso powder or some instant coffee in here as well. It just enhances the chocolate even more. But last last but not least, we're gonna add in some chocolate chips. Optional, but you guys know I'm not gonna skip on the chocolate. And yes, this does have a whole cup of almond butter in it. So if you don't eat a lot of nut butters, this might not be the recipe for you. Or it might be something you wanna make occasionally. I mean, what's not to love? Okay, so I have about a cup of chocolate chips here. These are accidentally like dairy-free and vegan, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour in some, and then I'm gonna save some for the top. Just mix those chocolate chips in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my batter into my pan here. Like I said, go ahead and preheat your oven. This is probably gonna cook about 40 to 50 minutes, because this is about an 8x8 pan. And these are like the easiest. They're so easy, and they're packed with veggies, and no one will ever even know. Like, they will not know that veggies are in these brownies. They just won't. They just won't. Okay, last but not least, sprinkle over the rest of the chocolate chips. Throw this in the oven. I'll see you guys in about 40 to 50 minutes. Well, actually probably like an hour, because I want to give it enough time to cool before we taste this. That's going to be so delicious. I love brownies. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'll see you guys. The brownies look amazing, so I'm just gonna use part of the paper, take them out. Oh my goodness. I was patient and I let them completely cool. Whoa. Look at that, guys. That looks perfect. Let's taste. Oh my goodness. I can't wait any longer. I just can't. Shut the front door. These are some of the best brownies I've ever had. And they have 2 zucchinis in them. Like 2 zucchinis on. I'm not lying when I say this. You have to make this recipe. You just have to. I mean, this is so good. I'm really impressed. Guys, if you like this recipe, click the subscribe button below. Click the like button if you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, say hi, and try this recipe, because I really think you guys are going to love it. And people will never know that there's zucchini in here. Like, they just would not know. And this is like a great way to use extra zucchini. Oh my goodness.